Alright, hello everybody. This is Pikadevil. We're going to be playing Pokemon Yellow today. I like to do things a little differently because I've played these games so many times in my childhood. So I'm going to be doing what I've been calling a Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse run. So I get 4 Pokemon that I can use, all of which are going to be based on the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So I have War, Death, Famine, and Pestilence that I can choose from. If you guys go and watch my other playthrough, I did Pokemon Blue on the channel Watch and Roll with a couple of my good buddies. And you can see like some of my other playthroughs there, but in Pokemon Blue I used Blastoise and Pidgeot, Victreebel, and Nidoqueen. The idea that I had to make it even more interesting is I can't use Pokemon across generations. I can't use the same Pokemon. So I can't use Blastoise or any iteration of his evolutions. A good way to explain that is in this generation, hold on, you're gonna be named Butt Ass. Totally kid-friendly channel here. Anyway, I'm going to be using Pikachu as one of my Pokemon because I have no plans to use Raichu in any of my other games. But since I'm using Pikachu, I can't use Pichu or Raichu at all. Not that I would use Pichu anyways. But I can't evolve Pikachu in this generation without trading, and I will not have access to that. So I'm going to do it that way, and then hope it goes well. So on top of using Pikachu, I'm going to use Onix. Since I mentioned that I can't trade, Onix is a good Pokemon to use in the first generation because he's pretty powerful. And I'm also going to be using Vileplume to pair up with Victreebel. I like to kind of keep things even across everything. So for my grass type, I'm using Vileplume, and then my Surfer is going to be Kabutops. Now, I know what you're thinking. Kabutops is a fossil Pokemon, so I'm not going to be able to have him pretty much until the end. So I'm going to have to do some grinding with him. I'm planning on primarily using Kabuto. I'm going to get Surf as soon as possible, so I think I can do it after I play, after I get Vermilion City. It's as soon as I get the bike, because I can just go... Or no, it's as soon as I get the Pokeflute. I'm sorry. So as soon as I can take on Lavender Town and beat Giovanni the first time, then I'll be golden. Yeah, you're going to be butt-ass and take my Pokemon, aren't you? I'd rather have the Eevee some days. Alright, that Pokemon is yours. I do want to use an evolution for one of Gold, Silver, and Crystal because I love Espeon. Espeon's my favorite Pokemon. But anyway, I'm going to use Surf as soon as I possibly can with basically an HM slave and go and get Kabuto super early so I can train him and use him for some of the battles he's going to be good in. Okay, so I'm going to think about this really quick. So I have Pikachu, Onix, Vileplume, and Kabutops. So obviously Vileplume's going to be Pestilence because he's my only poison type. Kabutops would be a good Famine because he's a shellfish, and that kind of makes sense. Pikachu and Onix don't really fit that. I think Onix fits Death better, so I'm going to name him War. And that'll be a good... You're going to be a good Pokemon, Pikachu. Alright, wild Pokemon appears after we go to the next town. Okay, whatever. Oh, Butt Ass wants to fight. What a butt ass. But yeah, that's my plan. I enjoyed doing Pokemon Blue immensely. One of the things that I did is I tried not to use items in the Elite Four until I like direly needed them. And originally I wasn't going to, but I ended up, if I wanted to complete the playthrough, then I wanted to do that right then. And I ended up beating the Elite Four on my first try. So the pattern is going to be, once I get to the Elite Four, I'm going to go with the Pokemon that I have already at whatever levels they're at. I'm going to aim for level 45 round table. It ended up being like 244s, 245s when I was challenging in blue, but everybody like got insane levelage because the Elite Four is at least level 50, and then Gary's like level 62, I think is his weakest Pokemon. So I'm in a little better position with that because my Pikachu, he doesn't want to stay in his Pokeball. But both Lance and Gary have Gyarados, and that'll make my life easier because I was struggling with them in my other playthrough because I didn't really have a good way. There is a glitch that I could exploit if I really wanted to. This is the first instance in a Pokemon game. Sorry if I seem like I'm all over the place. I am tired, to say the least. I ended up working... my mom and I both work at the same Starbucks, and I ended up covering her shift today because she wasn't feeling well. So I unexpectedly worked 4:30 to 8:30, which is technically outside my availability, but it worked out for me anyways. But I'm a little on the tired side. I've had caffeine, but I don't know where I'm going to be in the next area of time. But anyway, I wanted to explain, in the first generation of games, there isn't really like a friendship concept because the idea of evolving by friendship didn't happen until baby Pokemon came around. So, second generation, and that also affected Eevee because of Espeon and Umbreon. With with Gen 1 though, your Pikachu likes you depending on how many battles you win or lose, how you treat your Pikachu. Keep him healthy. You can gain happiness points by using items on Pikachu, by beating gym leaders, by walking around with him just in your party. If you put him in his PC, he's not gonna be happy with you. And there's a glitch in Pokemon Yellow that they didn't even think about. I could do it right now if I really needed to. But if you spam using a potion on a fully healed Pikachu, I mean it has to be Ash's Pikachu, sorry. So your starter Pikachu, if you spam using potion on him, he will love you within, I think it's like 20 or 30 uses of the potion, because you don't use the potion since your Pokemon is fully healed, but it still says you tried to use an item on your Pokemon, and so it checks those happiness points and continues to raise them. And that's the easiest cheater's way to get Bulbasaur super early on, because you can collect all 3 starters in Pokemon Yellow. I thought about doing a run where I used Pikachu and the 3 starters, which would have been fun, and I would have enjoyed that, but based on the rules that I'm using and the Pokemon that I want to use, I can't for Red, Blue, and Yellow. And I don't want to make exceptions if I can help it. I have plenty of Pokemon to choose from. There's 802 of them, 151 I have access to right now. I think I can manage. So in case you missed what we're doing, we're taking Oak's parcel back to him because he's a lazy fuck. And he doesn't want to do anything. So I hope you guys like this idea of the playthrough. I've done it a couple times on my own, and it's super fun to try and like go and beat the Elite Four and see how powerful your Pokemon will really need to be before you can challenge them. I think I'll have a leg up because Lorelei has a couple water types on her team, and she's notoriously, I mentioned this in the blue playthrough, she's notoriously the scariest / hardest Pokemon trainer to beat in the Elite Four, and I do not like her one bit, Sam. I am. She grinds my gears, you would say. That was 2 references in 1 iteration, and I apologize. It doesn't help, too, that I've been watching Markiplier and Jacksepticeye playing through Daddy Dream Simulator, which is Game Grumps' promoted game. I want to get my hands on it. I feel like I would have fun playing it, and I might decide to do a playthrough of that, too. Whether on my own or for my channel, I haven't really decided that yet, but I kind of like the idea of doing it for people. Oh, hello, how's my Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. That is a lie. Pikachu hates me. Deliver this. It's your dildo. It's custom Pokeball. It's custom indeed. But I already forgot what I named him. It's been one of those days where I'll turn away from something and look back and realize what I'm actually doing. So I apologize if I seem like all over the place or anything. That's just me. In general, actually. Yay! We're legit now. We have the license and the Pokedex to do whatever we want. But I'm too old. I'm like 80. But I know your mom is single. Alright. And I love this because I got mad at Gary when I was younger because he was like, you can't have a town map, I'm gonna tell my sister not to lend you one, and if you go, she's like, oh no, he's stupid, I'm gonna, here, have this. And for me, I really liked having, I just totally blanked on what I'm saying, I'm sorry. So, I don't need that map anymore because I've played these games so many times. Like, I know Kento like the back of my hand. And Johto I know just about as well. Hoenn I probably know a little better, especially with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Do not ask me anything about Sinnoh or Unova because I can't with those. I love the games. Wow, love is a strong word for Black and White. I love Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, for sure. I love those games, especially because out of that generation came Pokemon Conquest, or no, that was Gen 5. I'm sorry, I can't think straight. But Pokemon Conquest came out Gen 5, and I loved that game, but I feel like Black and White was a little long in some respects. But we're going to try and do that one as well. Like, I want to do, if I can, all of the iterations of Pokemon games, because it'll be interesting to see what carries through too, and who ends up like winning me, getting me farther, that sort of thing. I do want to clarify that this is not a Nuzlocke. I like the idea of Nuzlocks, but that's not the point of this. As you've seen, I've already killed Pokemon and I have a Pokeball, but I've set Pokemon in mind, and I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna grind a little bit for Pikachu with the little time that we have left. I need him to be powerful to beat Brock, because he has a level 12 Onix, and Pikachu's an electric type, and doesn't do it. No, I don't want to talk to you again. Get out of here. We hope to see you again. Yeah, I hope you don't. Just because I need quick attack for sure, and I also need quick attack to be able to do something. So a lot of times I'll keep Tail Whip for a little while, and I'll get quick attack as soon as I can if I'm not using Nidoran Male, which is usually my second go-to. I mean, he would be a good surfer in this instance, but I don't want to do what I did in Blue and have double poison types and double ground types, because that was fun to try and deal with. Speak of the devil, here's a Nidoran Male. Sorry, I needed to put down my leg because my leg was falling asleep. Yeah, get out of here. Okay, so I'm gonna get him up to level 8 really quick before I fight Gary, which we're gonna do, I think, in episode 2, probably. Oh, look, a Mankey. That would also have been a good choice. But I'm gonna stick with what I have. Get out of here. Yeah, take that, you stupid Mankey. Yeah, look at that level 8. Alright. Learned Thunder Wave, which is good. Alright. Well, thanks for watching the first episode of my Pokemon Yellow 4 Horsemen playthrough. I'm planning on doing this all the way through, and we're going to start a couple other playthroughs as well. I hope to see you guys in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the other side.